Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and I got a box to open. This is from Jacob Ginsberg of Jakeb Creates, who you will find linked down below. Jacob has become a buddy. He sent me a custom Fat Boy model that is a really cool chisel ground little EDC fixed blade that I've reviewed and really liked. And I've gotten to hang out with him now a couple of times, and he's just a cool, funny, quirky, interesting dude. Check out his Instagram, which will also be linked down below. He's a cool dude. So he makes custom fixed blades and sheaths for them, and he does a lot of really cool stuff, and he's got a knack for naming knives in a fun way. But yeah, he's just come out with this new model, and this is a prototype of it, and he asked if I wanted to check it out, maybe give him some feedback and kind of review it, and so that's what we're going to be doing. But this is the new Bush Bandit from Jacob, and I'm excited to check it out and see how it does. I've handled a couple of his knives now, the one he made for me, and then also just some that he's had on him when I've met up with him. But yeah, so this is the prototype for the Bush Bandit model. Production version will be 5/32, if I'm reading that right, and 1/8 inch stock. So apparently a couple options. Steels will be 52-100, 86-20, AEBL, and Nitro V. Base price for this model will be $230. Comes with a Kydex sheath and soft loops. And he says, go ahead and give her a proper test with a wink face and an eggplant emoji, which is drawn by hand. Look at that. This guy. His Instagram, which will be linked down below, is at Jakeb Creates. So yeah, Jacob's a cool dude. Let's check this thing out. Got his signature on the tape like a boss. And let's get into here, see what we're working with. The brown paper bag special. This is rad. These colors on here, I'm imagining this is because it's a prototype or just because he's a boss. It's a green Kydex sheath, the blue soft loop on it. And this is a nice micarta handle scale material on here too. Yeah, this is sweet. I find that he does really good sheath work. The one he did on my Fat Boy has like the carbon fiber finish on it, which looks really cool. And yeah, he makes nice sheaths that don't rattle, don't wobble or anything. You got this nice thumb spot back here to push off of. Oh, sweet. Now, typically, he does a lot of chisel ground blades. He has started to do some V ground blades, and this is one of those. His grinds look great. Nice and even side to side. His edge bevel, even side to side. This is sweet. Look how thick this blade stock is. Oh man. It's gorgeous too. I love the way that he finishes the edges, because he puts this really nice like deep acid stone wash on the blade itself, but then the contrast with the spine where it's this perfect like high satin, like high polished satin basically. Looks really, really cool. So on this side, I don't know if you'll be able to see through the stone wash, but you've got his maker's mark, the JG right there. And then on this side, he's just etched in Proto. So this is a pre-production version, let's say. This size is sweet. It feels really hefty with this thick blade stock, but it fits my hand super well. The Fat Boy was a little guy. It was not a full 4-finger grip for sure. This is like the perfect size for me to just get all of my hand on it and not have any unnecessary like extra size. This is sweet. I really like that blade profile. Just a lot of nice belly. Great tip on it too. Oh man, I was expecting the edge to be thicker too with how thick this blade stock is, but I guess it's a nice tall flat grind. So it really comes down. It's not like super, super crazy laser thin, but that's a thin edge for how robust this knife is and feels. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, so this might be Taro Tough. It's either Taro Tough or micarta. It's not G10 the way that it's got like this little bit of fuzz to it, but it feels good. I like that a lot. The handle profile is nice and even. Everything is super rounded. We've got a lanyard hole. This is a cool model. I'm liking this quite a bit. So yeah, he named this one the Bush Bandit, which to me means that it's meant to go outdoors. Luckily, I've been saying for a while, I haven't been filming much outdoors because I haven't really been hiking much because I have this gnarly like wart on my foot, which is TMI, but sucks and is not fun. And I've been doing like acid treatment things on it. I haven't been doing acid. I've been using salicylic acid on my foot. Not that that's any of your business anyways. But it's getting to the point now where it's like, it seems to be progressing well enough that I think I'm going to start hiking again, at least relatively small hikes. I've been doing like really simple hikes with my wife and daughter at least once a week, which has been nice. But a lot of the time when I'm hiking, I'm going way too far and way too hardcore for a foot that I've been making worse for too long. So now that it's on the mend, I think I'm ready to start getting back outdoors. So I'll be doing some cool outdoor testing on this guy. We'll do some batoning with it, some feather sticking, and see how it works as kind of a bushcrafty little blade. I think it's going to do well. This thing feels hardcore. That blade stock is no joke. It's crazy too. I feel like a lot of people use a really thick blade stock and it just seems like menacing, right? Because it's just like big chopper, right? But the profile of this knife is actually relatively conservative. It's not huge overall. The blade length especially, like you're getting a nice full purchase on it, but it's a relatively small blade profile. It's tall, but it's not super long. And then the fact that he finishes it in such a pretty way just makes it seem like a little bit classed up. Yeah, this is cool. It's also a nice hard angle on here, so it should be able to strike a fire steel really well. This is cool, dude. All right, so this is the Bush Bandit from Jakeb Creates. I'll do probably a first impressions. I might just do like a testing and impressions or testing and review video. We'll see how long it takes me to like actually get outdoors with it and have like an hour to test it extensively. So it might be 2 videos. It might kind of get rolled into one. We'll see. I'll also try, because it's set up like this, carrying it as an EDC fixed blade once or twice, because it's set up to carry horizontal, kind of appendix. That's the way that I like to carry an EDC fixed blade. That's the way this is set up. So I will absolutely toss this on my belt a couple of times and see how it does. It's a little heavy with this thick blade stock. I imagine, since he said on here there will be 2 stock thickness options, 5/32 or 1/8. I don't even know. My mental math is terrible. Which of those is going to be smaller? 1/8 should be smaller, right? Yes. I think. Yeah. Maybe the thinner one would be better for EDC, and the thicker one would be better for like bushcrafty, robust type of stuff, if you're going to be batoning with it and all that. But yeah, this is really nice. I like it a lot. So I guess that's it for the unboxing. It's out of the box. We're calling that good. And yeah, thanks for checking it out, guys. I'll see you on the next one.